Girlfriend changed my apartment locks during business trip. Claimed she'd find a real man but came crawling back when nobody wanted her. Me, 36 male, was married to Olivia, 33 female for 8 years. Met back in college when we were both broke as hell. She was this quiet economics major. Cute but not drop-dead gorgeous or anything. Just this girl with big plans and an even bigger attitude when no one was looking. I was a marketing major with some decent family connections. Had enough money to not eat ramen every night. We got married right after graduation. Nothing fancy, just courthouse and dinner after. My parents paid because her family was basically broke. Should have seen that as red flag number 1, I guess. She was always obsessed with money and status even back then. Fast forward to 2 months ago. I've been killing it at my company. Got the corner office, company card, nice bonus structure. The whole deal. Olivia was doing pretty good too, working for this finance firm downtown. Funny how she kept getting promotions every 8 to 10 months, when everyone else took years to move up. Almost like someone was pulling strings behind the scenes. It was meal mao. Our marriage was okay, I guess. Not great, not terrible. We did the whole dinner with friends thing. Posted the vacation pics. All that Instagram perfect life. But something always felt off. Like she was just going through the motions. Like she was just waiting for something better to come along. Then I land this huge project in Chicago, 2 weeks away from home. Potential for major dollars if I pull it off. Before I leave, Olivia's playing the supportive wife role hard. Making my favorite dinner. Buying me new luggage. Even threw in some surprise bedroom fun the night before I left. You're going to crush it, babe. I believe in you, she kept saying. First week away, everything's normal. We video chat every night. She asks about the meetings. Tells me about her day. Sends me pics of dinner she made. Probably ordered in TBH. But then week 2 hits and gets weird. Her texts get super short. Like I'd send paragraphs about how the project was going. And get back nice or sounds good. Our calls went from 30, 40 minutes to like 8 minutes tops. Always with her saying she's so tired from work. Or has early meetings tomorrow. Then during one video call, I noticed something in our living room looking different. We had this emerald throw pillow that Olivia absolutely loved. Like we literally had arguments about moving it when friends came over. But suddenly it's gone. Replaced by this fancy black and gold pillow I've never seen before. Hey, what happened to the emerald pillow? I asked. Oh, that old thing? Just needed a change, she shrugs. Yeah, change. Convenient timing. Then I hear it. A dude laughing in the background. Who's that? I ask, trying to sound casual. Just the TV, she says. But I installed our whole entertainment system myself. Our TV sound comes through a Bose soundbar with very specific audio quality. That was 100% a real person laughing. She ends the call a few minutes later. Headache. The next couple days, things get even weirder. She stops answering my goodnight texts. Her location sharing, which we both always had on for safety, is suddenly turned off. Her Instagram stories show our living room from angles she never uses. And I swear I could see a men's watch on our coffee table in one of them. I don't say anything though. I just watch and wait. Since I felt something is off, I tried to finish everything early. Fly back home a bit sooner than planned. My flight landed at 2 p.m. on a Thursday. I texted her just landed like I always do. No response, which is weird, since she always replies to that message. It's been our thing for years. The Uber ride home feels like it takes forever. I'm checking my phone every 30 seconds, refreshing in case I missed her text somehow. Nothing. I get to our house, roll my suitcase up the driveway, put my key in the lock and it doesn't work. I try again thinking maybe I'm just doing it wrong because I'm tired from the flight. The lock is completely different. I was so freaking confused. Like, who the hell changed the locks? That's when my phone buzzes. Message from Olivia. I found someone better. Don't bother trying to come in. I've moved on. I look up at our security camera. The one I installed myself last summer. The little red light is on, which means someone's watching the live feed. She's inside our house watching me stand there like an idiot with my suitcase. Probably laughing with whoever this better guy is. 8 years of marriage gone like that. But here's the crazy part. I didn't feel shocked or even that upset. I felt weirdly calm. Like a part of me always knew this would happen eventually. So instead of pounding on the door or making a scene, I just take a deep breath, stare directly into the security camera, and type, "Are you sure about that?" She started typing, but I turn around, grab my suitcase handle, and walk away. No drama, no begging, no emotional breakdown. Just me wheeling my suitcase back down our driveway, like I'm checking out of a shitty hotel. As I'm walking, I can see the little typing dots appearing and disappearing on my phone. She's trying to respond, but can't figure out what to say. Probably expected me to lose it. Give her the satisfaction of seeing me break down. Not going to happen, Olivia. See, what my darling wife doesn't realize is that I've been quietly preparing for this possibility for years. All those doors that magically opened for her career. the investments she thinks she controls, the lifestyle she's gotten so comfortable with. I built it all, and I can tear it all down just as easily. So after walking away from my own house like some kind of badass, lol, not really, I was honestly just too shocked to react properly. I checked into this Hampton Inn about 10 minutes away. Nothing fancy, but I needed somewhere to crash and figure out my next move. First thing I did was call my boy Nathan. We've been tight since sophomore year of college. He was my roommate after my first one dropped out. Nathan's always been that friend who knows everybody's business and isn't afraid to tell you the brutal truth. "Dude, where the hell are you?" he asked when he picks up. "Your location shows you at some hotel." I give him the short version of what just happened. He went quiet for a minute, then goes, "Give me an hour, I'll call you back." While waiting for Nathan to work his magic, I decide to do some investigating of my own. Olivia's never been the tech-savvy one in our relationship. I literally had to set up her work email signature for her last year LMAO, so I tried logging into our shared cloud storage account. And boom, still using the same password I set up 3 years ago. Amateur hour. I started scrolling through recently added photos, and there they are. Dozens of pics of Olivia with some dude I've never seen before. In our house, on our couch. My couch that I paid for with my bonus last year. Some of these pics are from weeks ago, including nights when I was on business trips or working late. There's even a couple from when I was literally on video calls with her. Like I can see the laptop open in the background while she's cuddled up with this guy. So all those calls where she was so tired and needed to go to bed early? Yeah, she was banging this douchebag in our bed. 2 minutes after hanging up with me, my phone buzzes. It's Olivia. "You're taking this better than I expected. No fighting for us? Guess I was right about finding someone better." I didn't respond. "Not yet anyway," Nathan calls back. "Okay, bro. Got the scoop. Your wife's seeing some guy named Derek. Works for a competitor but came in as a client about 3 months ago. They've been spotted all over town. That new wine bar on 7th, the steakhouse downtown. Even that Italian place where you guys had your anniversary dinner last year. Classy." I mutter. "Gets better," Nathan continues. "This Derek dude has a reputation. My buddy Dom works in the same industry. Says this guy has a pattern. He targets married women who are moving up in their careers. Uses them for industry connections and insider info, then ghosts once he gets what he wants. Done it at least 3 times before." "So he's using her?" I say, feeling weirdly satisfied. 100%, but she doesn't know that yet. Dom says he plays the perfect boyfriend. Expensive gifts, fancy restaurants, the whole deal. Meanwhile, he's gathering intel to take back to his actual employer. This gave me an idea. I thank Nathan and hang up, then scroll through my contacts until I find the name I'm looking for. Melissa. Melissa works with Olivia at the same firm. She's this smoking hot brunette with legs for days and an MBA from Wharton. Olivia's always been insanely jealous of her, constantly complaining about how Melissa dresses inappropriately and flirts with everyone's husbands at company events. What Olivia doesn't know is that Melissa's been low-key flirting with me for years. Nothing I ever acted on. I was faithful to Olivia for our entire marriage despite having plenty of opportunities. But Melissa and I always had this chemistry. She'd find reasons to talk to me at company parties, laugh at all my jokes, touch my arm when we talked. Olivia noticed and hated it. I hit call. "Tom, is everything okay?" Melissa answers, sounding surprised. "Hey, Melissa," I say, trying to sound casual. "Remember that drink you've been suggesting for the past year? I'm very available tonight." There's a pause, then Melissa laughs. "Well, this is unexpected. Olivia finally loosen your leash?" "Olivia's out of the picture," I say, permanently. Another pause. "That bar on 9th, 8 o'clock? Perfect." I hang up feeling like a weight's been lifted. Then I open the Photos app on my phone again. Look through pics of Olivia and me. 8 years together and she throws it all away for some smooth-talking corporate spy. Part of me is angry, but another part is almost relieved. Like maybe I've been waiting for an excuse to end things. I took a shower, put on my best jeans and button-down, and head to meet Melissa. The whole Uber ride there, my phone is blowing up with texts from Olivia. "What did you mean by that text, Tom? Please respond. We should talk about this like adults. Are you seriously ignoring me right now?" I turned my phone to silent and put it away. Time to start the next phase. Melissa's already at the bar when I arrive, looking incredible in this little black dress. She stands up to hug me, and I catch at least 3 dudes giving me envious looks. We grab a table and order drinks. And for the first time in months, I'm actually enjoying a conversation with a woman. Melissa's smart, funny, and doesn't try to make me feel bad about my job. "So what happened with Olivia?" she eventually asks after our second round. I give her the short version. Her eyes get wider and wider. Holy shit, she says when I finish. What are you going to do? I shrug, trying to look casual. Move on, starting tonight. Melissa gives me this look that's part sympathy, part something else. Well, for what it's worth, I always thought she didn't appreciate what she had. We take a selfie with our wine glasses. Melissa's idea. She posts it to her Instagram with the caption, "Finally got that drink," and tags the location. I know damn well Olivia follows her. By the time we finish dinner, which somehow turned into dessert, and another round of drinks, Olivia has called me 17 times. I've ignored every single one. When Melissa and I leave the restaurant, I suggest walking her home since it's only a few blocks. Outside her apartment, she hesitates. Wanna come up? No pressure, just, it's still early. Part of me thinks it's too soon. The other part, the part that saw those pictures of Olivia and Derek on my couch, thinks life's too short. Love to, I say. By morning, Olivia has blown up my phone with 30+ messages, ranging from angry to confused to desperate. I ignore them all and post a new pic to my own Instagram. Just the view from Melissa's balcony with 2 coffee cups visible on the table. Caption: great start to a new chapter. After Melissa leaves for work, with plans to meet up again that night, I open my laptop and start sending emails to some old colleagues, people who might be interested to know about a certain corporate spy named Derek, who's been gathering insider information. Through his relationship with an executive at their competitor, by midnight I've set up meetings with 3 different people who can help me systematically dismantle everything Olivia thinks she's built on her own. She wanted to play dirty? Fine, I invented the game. But here's something that Olivia never figured out. I didn't just help with her career. I basically built the whole damn thing from scratch. 5 years ago, Olivia was stuck as an assistant account manager, making peanuts and constantly getting passed over for promotions. She'd come home crying like every other week about how Jessica got promoted instead of me, or they hired some new guy from outside instead of promoting me. Always the victim, never considering that maybe she just wasn't that good at her job. I remember one night after another crying session about being overlooked, I decided to make some calls. My family's not like mega rich or anything, but we've got connections. My uncle Rick was on the board of directors at this mid-size investment firm that was looking to expand their client base. I arranged a chance meeting between Olivia and the hiring manager at some charity thing my mom organized. 2 weeks later, Olivia gets an offer for senior account manager, basically skipping 2 levels from where she was before. She was over the moon, thinking it was all because of her amazing interview skills, Lamau. But here's the thing, I didn't just make an introduction. I actually invested a pretty significant chunk of money, like $250,000 from my trust fund in the firm, under a shell company called Turner Holdings. Turner is my mom's maiden name. Real subtle, right? But Olivia never bothered to look into it. She was so excited about her fancy new business cards and corner office that she literally just signed wherever the HR lady pointed, including an agreement giving significant control to the silent investor, who provided capital for her division's expansion. Guess who that investor was? Yep. Anyway, I'm in my hotel room the morning after staying at Melissa's place. That girl is wild BTW. The things she can do with her tongue should be illegal in at least 12 states, and I'm putting together my game plan. First move, figure out exactly what Olivia's been up to with company finances. Remember how I said I helped set up her accounts? Well, I also made sure I remained listed as an advisory consultant on most of them. Basically gave me backdoor access to see what she was spending. Not that I ever used it. I trusted her. Until now, I log in and holy shit, the spending in the last month is insane. A $9,000 designer couch, a $6,000 watch, a weekend trip to Napa Valley for client relations that cost over $5,000, all on the company card, all poorly disguised as business expenses. Then I got a call from Katie, Olivia's sister. We've always gotten along pretty well. She's the normal one in Olivia's family. Tom, you busy? We need to talk. What's up? I ask, still scrolling through Olivia's expense reports. I can't keep quiet anymore. Derek, the guy Olivia's seeing, he's bad news. Like really bad. He's done this before multiple times. Done what exactly? I ask. He targets women in positions like Olivia's, romances them, gets them to share confidential info, then disappears once he has what he needs. 3 women at other companies lost their jobs because of him last year. I'm not even surprised. How do you know all this? I ask. Because Olivia's been asking me to hold documents for her. Said it was just in case things went south at work. I looked at them last night, Tom. It's bad. She's been moving serious money around, big purchases hidden as business expenses. And there are emails between her and Derek discussing confidential client information. Now we're getting somewhere. Can you send me copies? Already did. Check your email. Sure enough, there they are. Dozens of documents showing Olivia's been embezzling company funds and leaking confidential information to Derek. Information about upcoming mergers, client portfolios, investment strategies. That could literally tank the company if it got into the wrong hands. And the best part? All on her work email that I helped set up. The one with the recovery phone number that goes to my phone. Because Olivia was too busy to deal with IT security when she started. It was time to make some moves. First, I call my lawyer Daniel. We play golf together sometimes, and he helped with my parents' estate planning. I give him the rundown and email over the most important documents. Jesus Christ, Tom, this is serious stuff. Embezzlement, corporate espionage. She could face actual jail time for this. I'm not looking to put her in jail, I explained. I just want to make sure she doesn't walk away with everything we've built. Everything I've built. Daniel is quiet for a minute. Okay, here's what we do next. I text Olivia. Just had an interesting chat about those expense reports, particularly the ones from last month. The couch looks great in our living room, by the way. Italian, right? The company might want to know where the money came from, though. Her response is immediate. What are you talking about? Oh, and Derek's history with the company makes for fascinating reading. 3 settlements in 2 years. Impressive resume. The typing indicator appears and disappears several times. Then, Tom, we need to talk. After my meeting with the ethics committee tomorrow. Her panic is palpable. What meeting? Tom, please. I don't respond. Instead, I post another picture with Melissa, this time from breakfast at this fancy place downtown. Melissa looked amazing in morning light, all tousled hair and bright eyes. The post gets like 50 likes in 10 minutes, including from several of our mutual friends. Olivia's sister Katie calls again. She's freaking out. Called me screaming about some ethics meeting and asking if I took her documents. I played dumb, but Tom, I'm worried about what she might do. Just stay clear of her today, I advise. Things are about to get complicated. I spent the rest of the day making calls and setting up for tomorrow. Got meetings with the head honcho at Olivia's company, their security guy, and the finance lady who's been giving Olivia side-eye about her spending for months, but couldn't nail her down. Time to drop the hammer. By evening, everything's in place. I met Melissa for dinner at this little Thai place, where nobody from Olivia's work would go. She's wearing this tight green dress that makes me forget about revenge for about 2 hours. So what's the plan for tomorrow? Melissa asks over dessert. Full nuclear option? No, controlled demolition. I shake my head. I don't want to destroy the company, just extract Olivia from it with minimal damage to everyone else. She raised an eyebrow. That's surprisingly merciful of you. I shrug. The company didn't do anything wrong, and there are people there who depend on their jobs. Including me, Melissa points out. Especially you, I agree. And she gives me that look again, the one that's been making me forget my own name since last night. My phone buzzed with a notification. It's our home security system. Motion detected in the home office. I open the app to see Olivia frantically going through filing cabinets, pulling out folders and throwing papers everywhere. She's looking for evidence, for the paperwork that would show how deep my involvement with her career goes. What she doesn't know is that all the important stuff is in a safe deposit box across town. The safe behind our honeymoon photo that she's currently trying to pry open contains nothing but a single note I left there months ago. You should have read the fine print. I show Melissa the security feed and she nearly spits out her wine laughing. Oh my God, she looks insane! Olivia called 7 more times that night. I let them all go to voicemail. The last one, she's actually crying. Tom, please, whatever you think you know, it's not what it looks like. Derek isn't who you think he is. He's been helping me with my career. Please just call me back before you do something we'll both regret. Too late for that, Olivia. About 8 years too late. I fell asleep in Melissa's bed with a strange sense of peace. I knew that the next day Olivia is going to learn exactly who she's been married to all these years. And it's not the pushover she thinks I am. The last thing I did before falling asleep is send one final text to Olivia. Check your email at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Pay special attention to the attachment from March 15th. March 15th, the day she signed the partnership agreement 5 years ago. The one she clearly never read carefully enough. Game on. So I woke up at 5:30 a.m. feeling like it's Christmas morning. Today's the day Olivia realizes exactly how fucked she is. I carefully slide out of bed, trying not to wake Melissa, and grab my laptop. First order of business, sending that email I promised Olivia. I attach the partnership agreement from 5 years ago. The one where she's clearly listed as a managing partner whose position is contingent on approval from Turner Holdings. The one that gives the primary investor aka me, authority to review all financial decisions. The one with a very specific clause about ethical violations resulting in immediate asset review. I also attached screenshots of her expense reports for the last 3 months, with all the personal purchases highlighted in bright yellow. The $9,000 couch, the $6,000 watch she bought Derek, the weekend trips, all neatly categorized and cross-referenced with social media posts, proving they were personal expenses, not business-related. I sent screenshots of her emails with Derek discussing confidential client information she had absolutely no right to share with anyone, let alone an employee of a competing firm. I hit send at exactly 8 a.m., then opened the home security app to watch the show. Sure enough, Olivia's in the kitchen with her phone. Still wearing yesterday's clothes, she looked like hell. Mascara smeared, hair a mess. Guess she had a rough night destroying our home office looking for documents that aren't there. Her phone pings. She picks it up, opens the email. I wish the camera had better resolution, because watching the color drain from her face is priceless. She drops into a chair, scrolling frantically through the attachments. Then she starts calling me again. I decline the call and text. No time to talk, meeting the CEO in 30 minutes. That gets her moving. She runs upstairs, presumably to shower and change. Meanwhile, I'm getting dressed myself, putting on my best suit. The one Olivia always said made me look intimidatingly successful. I grab an Uber to Olivia's company headquarters, this fancy glass building downtown that practically screams, "We manage rich people's money here." The receptionist buzzes me into the main conference room, where the CEO and executive team are waiting. When I walk in, the company bigwigs are already there, including a woman I'll call her Gloria, the finance lady who's always looked at Olivia suspiciously. Tom, the CEO, stood to shake my hand. Thanks for bringing this to our attention. The door bursts open and Olivia rushes in, looking like she got dressed in a tornado. Hair still wet, blouse buttoned wrong. Total mess? Tom? What are you doing here? Her voice cracks when she sees me. I smile pleasantly. Just showing your bosses how you've been stealing company money and leaking secrets. That's... Olivia sputters. Then suddenly her eyes narrow. Wait, I saw you with Melissa last night. You posted it on Instagram. Is that what this is about? I ignore her accusation and slide the folder toward the CEO. Bank statements, expense reports, and emails showing everything. This is revenge because I cheated! Olivia yells, getting louder. You're fucking my coworker and now you're trying to destroy me. The CEO clears his throat. Olivia, your personal drama isn't our concern. The $9,000 couch and leaked documents, however, are... This is all because of Melissa! Olivia screams, completely losing it. She's wanted him for years. They planned this together. Derek Marshall was caught trying to access our servers this morning. Gloria cuts in coldly. Security removed him from the building. Olivia collapses into a chair, the fight draining out of her. That's not possible. But how did you access everything? She finally asks, looking defeated. Turner Holdings, I reply calmly. That's me. I'm your silent investor. The color drains from her face as everything clicks. You set me up. No, you set yourself up, I reply. I just built in a failsafe. As security escorts her out, she turns back with tears streaming down her face. Was it worth it? Destroying me just to be with her? How long have you two been planning this? This has nothing to do with Melissa, I reply. This is about your choices, the embezzlement, the corporate espionage. Cheating was just the beginning. You, Tom, she spits. You'll regret this. After security escorts Olivia out, the CEO turns to me. That was intense. You okay? I'm fine, I say. Just glad it's over. We owe you for catching this, he says. Could have cost us millions if it continued. We'll handle it quietly. She can resign or face charges. We wrap up in 20 minutes flat. As I'm leaving, the CEO adds, For what it's worth, I'm sorry about your marriage, but the company appreciates your discretion. I nod and head out. No need to explain that I'd been planning for this possibility for years. As I'm leaving the building, my phone explodes with notifications. Nathan texted, Dude, check your security cameras. Olivia's destroying your house. I pull up the app to see Olivia throwing things and screaming. She's tearing through drawers and smashing picture frames. I can't hear the audio, but it's clear she's completely lost it. I text Nathan, Let her rage. Nothing important there anyway. By the time I meet Melissa for lunch, Olivia has called 37 times and left 14 voicemails. The last one actually makes me pause. You and that bitch have been planning this all along, haven't you? I saw the way she looked at you at the Christmas party. Was she fucking you then too? Is that why you set me up? You wanted her instead, so you destroyed me? I will burn your life down, I swear to God. You think you're so smart with your Turner holdings? I will make you regret this, both of you. I'm still staring at my phone when Melissa reaches across the table and takes my hand. Everything okay? You look stressed. I delete the voicemail and squeeze her hand. Olivia's not taking it well. She thinks we planned this together. Melissa raises an eyebrow. Seriously? I didn't even know you were interested until you called me yesterday. Yeah, well, easier to blame us than accept responsibility, I say. Don't worry about it. So what happens next? Melissa asks. I smile. Now we move to phase 2. And like that, phase 2 began. The very next morning, I met with Daniel, my lawyer, at his downtown office. The guy looks like he hasn't slept in days, but his eyes light up when I walk in. Tom, perfect timing. I've been reviewing your situation and, well, it's beautiful, legally speaking. I grab a seat across from him. Beautiful how? That partnership agreement Olivia signed 5 years ago, it's bulletproof. The ethical violations clause triggers an immediate review of all personal assets acquired during the partnership period. I can't help grinning. And what exactly does that mean for Olivia? Daniel starts ticking things off on his fingers. The house, purchased with a loan you guaranteed through your family's bank connections. Her BMW company lease you arranged. The vacation property in Tahoe, joint asset, but primarily funded by your investments. Even her designer wardrobe, mostly purchased using company funds you helped her access. So basically everything, I summarize. Basically everything, Daniel confirms. She'll be left with her personal savings account, about $118,000 based on the statements you provided. And those student loans you've been paying. You mean the student loans I stopped paying last month? I correct him. Daniel's eyebrows shoot up. Damn, you really thought of everything. I learned from the best, I say, nodding at him. We spend the next hour mapping out the strategy. By noon, papers are filed. Accounts are frozen. And the wheels of justice start turning, slowly but definitely in my direction. I head back to the hotel to find Melissa waiting in the lobby, looking stunning as always. How'd it go with the lawyer? She asks as we walk to a nearby cafe for lunch. Let's just say Olivia's about to learn what financial ruin really means. Melissa winces. You sound brutal. Deserved, but brutal. I shrug. She didn't just cheat on me, she tried to completely torch my career too. If I hadn't fed her fake information about those projects, I could have been implicated in insider trading. I could have faced actual jail time. When you put it that way, Melissa nods slowly. Still, people at work already think I'm the reason your marriage ended. Let them think whatever they want, I reply, reaching for her hand across the table. We know the truth, which is that Olivia demolished our marriage all by herself. And you're just the smart, gorgeous woman who happened to be in the right place at the right time. Melissa smiles at that. Smooth talker. No wonder Olivia's telling everyone you manipulated her. My phone buzzes. It's Katie. Olivia showed up at my apartment at 3 a.m. completely hysterical, screaming about how I betrayed her by giving you those documents. I arranged to meet her at the hotel lobby after lunch. When she arrives, Katie looks exhausted, with dark circles under her eyes. You okay? I ask, genuinely concerned. Katie's always been the normal one in Olivia's family. I'm fine. I told her she betrayed herself by cheating on you and committing actual crimes. Katie rubs her temples. She's staying with our parents now. They think you're the devil, by the way. She convinced them you set her up from the beginning. I shrug. Not from the beginning. Just from the moment I realized she was the kind of person who might need setting up. Katie actually laughs at that. You know what the craziest part is? Derek dumped her the second things went south. Called her damaged goods and blocked her number, after everything she risked for him. Not surprised, I say. He got what he wanted, or thought he did? About that fancy couch? That $9,000 Italian monstrosity Olivia bought to impress Derek. Turns out she didn't just use regular company funds. She used money from a special account specifically set up for the upcoming merger. The same merger Derek was gathering intel on for his company. So not only did she embezzle, she literally stole from the exact project her boyfriend was trying to sabotage. You can't make this up. I knew Olivia would do something like this. 5 years of marriage taught me that she couldn't resist flaunting wealth. Fancy cars, designer bags, Instagram perfect vacations. So 3 months before my Chicago trip, I started laying a trap. Every conversation about work, every deal I mentioned over dinner was carefully planted misinformation. The real projects were locked behind NDAs she never knew existed. So when she fed Derek what she thought was insider info, Olivia's company ended up chasing ghosts, wasting millions on deals that never existed. Everything unraveled fast. Within 2 weeks, Derek got fired. Turns out once you're exposed as a corporate spy, no one wants you. Olivia, realizing her life was crumbling, bombarded me with desperate messages, blaming me for ruining her. I had Daniel send a cease and desist, and that was that. She even tried fighting the prenup, but the judge dismissed it outright, citing her crimes. The truth is, she made her choices, and in the end, the better choice was always mine. Speaking of better choices, karma delivered one right to my door. A courier showed up with a padded envelope a few weeks later. Inside, a house key and a note in Olivia's handwriting. I understand now. You didn't just help build my career. You designed it with a self-destruct sequence. No apology, just recognition. Whatever. The divorce is final. Nathan drops by my new downtown loft for coffee. Divorce looks good on you, he jokes. Revenge looks better, I reply. Was all this worth it, though? He asks. The years of planning, setting up those fail-safes. It wasn't about revenge, I say. It was protection, like insurance you hope never to use. Still, did you have to take everything? Katie says she's working at Target now. I shrug. She made her choices. Everything after was just consequences. What happened to that Derek guy? Unemployable in finance. Moved to Florida. Florida man strikes again, Nathan laughs. And you and Melissa? Right on cue, Melissa walks in with takeout. Things between us are good, taking it slow, but she practically lives here now. No games, no manipulation. Just something real. Later, I showed Melissa Olivia's note. Are you going to respond? She asks. Nothing to say, it's over. And it is. My career exploded upward. Leading the expansion division after our merger tripled the stock price. My options are now worth 7 figures. Olivia could have shared in all this. Instead, she's in her childhood bedroom working retail. Last piece of irony, that $9,000 couch Olivia bought with company money now sits in my corner office, a trophy symbolizing her downfall. Katie texted yesterday. Olivia saw your promotion announcement, cried for hours, from an unknown number. You planned this all along, didn't you? I didn't respond. Some questions answer themselves. Would I have triggered those fail-safes if she hadn't cheated? No. I built them for protection, not destruction. But once she crossed that line and put my career at risk, all bets were off. You know what the best revenge is? Melissa asked last night. What's that? Living well, she murmured. And you're crushing it. She's right. The best revenge isn't destroying someone's world. It's letting them destroy it themselves while thinking they're winning, then building something better from the ruins. Olivia thought she found someone better. Turns out I did. Sometimes the best things in life aren't free. They're just paid for by someone else's mistakes.